Okay, everyone, we are officially on the record. Again, my name is Judge Tamika West. I'm a magistrate court judge in Clayton County, and I will be presiding over the first appearance hearing. I'm not saying what's going on with my phone. I will be presiding over the first appearance hearing this morning. If everyone will raise their right hand so I can swear them in. Okay. Do you swear and affirm that the information and testimony that you give to the court, as well as the information you provided on your court-appointed form, is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Tôi xin thề những cái lời khai ở trên đây đã là sự thật. Tôi xin thề. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So first, the interpreter, just to let you know, we normally do the female first. The interpreter, I believe, so I normally make some opening remarks. I will slow down so you can interpret that, and then we'll proceed forward.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we're ready to get started here. Good morning, everyone. This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Hôm nay là cái lần đầu tiên ra tòa của trong Clayton County.
We are not here to try your case or to take a plea today.
Hôm nay là để xử cái kê của mấy anh, hoặc là có thể cho tòa biết được cái ông Lee như thế nào.
You're here for the court to inform you of the charges against you.
Thì ở đây thì là tòa sẽ báo cho biết là cái tội công tố vì cái tội gì.
Advise you of certain rights.
Rồi xong rồi báo cho các người biết là những cái quyền hạn của mình là gì.
And set bail on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail. Rồi
sẽ đặt cái số tiền để đặt cho tòa để được tại ngoại hầu tra.
The purpose of your first appearance today is also to schedule a preliminary hearing.
Rồi cũng cái bữa hôm nay là ngoài ra đó là để làm cái phiên tòa xử thứ hai.
And to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
Rồi để xem coi là mình đã có cần có luật sư để bào chữa cho mình không.
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing.
Mình có quyền là không có được khai cái gì hết.
But should you choose to give up this right,
nếu mà trường hợp mình bỏ cái quyền đó,
anything you say during these proceedings may be used against you if your case goes to trial.
Những cái gì mà khai ở đây là nó là có thể trở thành là những cái bằng chứng khi mà đi ra tòa mà công tố.
During this and all other proceedings,
những cái phiên tòa này và những phiên tòa sau nữa,
you have the right to the presumption of innocence.
Thành thử là mình được có quyền là không có tội.
Until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Cho tới khi mà bên công tố là chứng tỏ 100% là mình có tội thì mình mới bị tội.
You have the right to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies.
Rồi nếu mà tội hình sự là mình có thể là qua cái tòa đại hình.
Or by accusation for misdemeanors.
Và hoặc là nếu mà tiểu hình.
Each of you have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury.
Mỗi người đã đều được cái quyền đi ra tòa nhanh chóng nhất.
You also have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine all witnesses who are called to testify against you.
Và thí dụ mình đi ra tòa là mình có quyền hạch hỏi những cái nhân.
You also have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses in your own behalf by subpoena. Did you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You also have the right to testify and offer other evidence in your own defense.
Rồi mình có thể ra để mà đưa những cái bằng chứng ra để mà bào chữa cho mình.
Should you choose to do so.
Nếu mình muốn những điều đó xảy ra thì mình được quyền làm như vậy.
But should you choose not to do so.
Nếu mà mình không có chọn cái con đường mà để chống án,
no presumption of your guilt may be raised.
thành thử là không có những là mình sẽ bỏ những cái quyền mà là không có tội.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you
Và mình có quyền có luật sư để mà bào chữa cho mình.
if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
Nếu mà mình có đủ điều kiện để mà để cho tòa cung cấp cho một luật sư công,
We will appoint an attorney to represent you.
thì tòa sẽ đặt cách một người luật sư ra để giúp cho mình.
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds from your release from jail pending prosecution of the case.
Rồi có một số mình, nếu mình có thể, mình sẽ đóng cái tiền bond để mà mình đi ra tại ngoại hầu tra.
You can post bond by cash, commercial, or property.
Cái bond đó mình có thể đóng bằng tiền mặt hoặc là thuế chấp bất động sản.
If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the cash together with any applicable fees to the sheriff office.
Nếu mà trường hợp mình đóng tiền mặt đó, thì là mình sẽ có người ở ngoài, thân nhân của mình đó, là tới đóng cái số tiền đó cho tòa giữ.
Who will hold it, that's the cash bond, until your final court date.
Cái số tiền đó là tòa giữ cho tới khi nào mà đi ra cái phiên tòa mới.
At which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it on your behalf.
Rồi khi nào mà khi mà phân xử xong đó, thì cái số tiền đó được hoàn trả lại cho cái người mà đóng cái tiền đó cho tòa.
If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff,
nếu mà đi mướn một cái công ty mà để mà làm cái bond, để xin cái bond,
someone will have to pay the company up to 15% of the total bond amount as their fee for their services.
Cái tiền phí là có thể là tới 15% trên cái số tiền bond.
This fee will not be returned.
Cái tiền phí của mấy cái công ty đó là sẽ mất luôn, mình không có lấy lại được.
Someone may post a bond using their property.
Rồi có một số người có bất động sản, tài sản.
If they have net equity in the property,
thì nếu mà có cái tiền mà cái số tiền ở trong tài sản của mình được đầy đủ,
and an amount equal to 3 times the total bond amount,
thì phải là bằng 3 lần cái số tiền bond.
some of you will have special conditions on your bond.
Và có nhiều người trong cái bond đó là cũng có những cái điều khoản đòi hỏi ở trong đó
that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places.
Thì có thể là trong những cái điều khoản, ví dụ như là cấm mình tới những cái nơi nào đó, hoặc là cấm liên lạc với những cái người ở ngoài.
This special condition will be provided on your bond order.
Thì khi mà có những cái điều khoản đó, thì là khi mà trong cái bond mà order đó là sẽ ghi vào trong những cái đó.
You will also be prohibited from calling or having contact with the alleged victim while
Rồi.
you're in jail or out on bond.
Rồi mình cấm không được là liên hệ với những nạn nhân, hoặc là từ ở trong tòa, hay là khi mà đi trong tù hoặc là đi ra khỏi tù cũng không có được liên lạc với những cái nạn nhân.
Should you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked.
Nếu mà vi phạm những cái điều đó thì cái bond đó là nó sẽ bị mất đi.
And you will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial.
Và sẽ bị bắt ngược lại vô tù và không có được cái bond nào nữa cho tới khi nào đi ra tòa xử thôi.
An additional charge of aggravated stalking.
Rồi cộng thêm nữa cái tội là đi theo dõi những cái người nạn nhân.
Influencing witnesses or other charges as the law may provide could be brought against you.
Rồi trong những cái điều khoản là có những cái điều khoản ở trong tòa đó là đã đề ra mà có thể là chống án mình đó.
for which you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison and fined up to $20,000.
Nếu mà trường hợp nó xảy ra là mình có thể là 10 năm tù ở và 25.000 đồng tiền phạt.
For family members who will assist you in posting bond,
Những người thân nhân mà phụ mình để mà đóng cái tiền bond,
they will be provided with the information of your bond amount after we have concluded the first appearance calendar for today.
thì sau cái ngày hôm nay là sẽ được biết là cho thân nhân biết được là cái số tiền bond nó là bao nhiêu.
If a family member is a victim on the warrant,
Nếu là những người thân nhân là nạn nhân ở trong cái vụ xử này,
and there is a special condition that you're to have no contact with that family member,
thì có một cái điều khoản là đi ra là không có được liên hệ với những cái người thân nhân đó,
he or she will not be allowed to post bond.
và những cái người đó là không có được quyền để đóng cái tiền bond cho mình.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is simply not authorized by law to set bail.
Can you say that again?
Yes.
Sure.
Some of you are charged with offenses
Có những người bị công tố về những cái tội
for which this court is not authorized to set bail.
thì những cái tội mà tòa không có được, cái thẩm quyền tòa của tôi không có được quyền để mà xác định cái con số bail, cái tiền bond ra.
In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled
Thì nếu mà trường hợp đó xảy ra thì sẽ có một cái buổi tòa để nói chuyện về cái bond
before a superior court judge
trước mặt của cái tòa superior court,
and you will be informed of that date.
thì sẽ được tòa báo cho biết cái ngày đó là cái ngày tháng để trình diện ra tòa.
If you're currently on active probation,
Nếu mà có những người hiện tại mà có tù treo,
this court is not authorized to set bond today.
thì trường hợp đó là tòa này không có đặt cái tiền bond được.
Your bond can be reconsidered
Rồi cái bond nó có thể là khiếu nại lại
after your probation officer has had an opportunity to determine if they wish to file a warrant.
Là những cái người mà giám thị họ sẽ quyết định vấn đề bond đó.
For violation of your probation,
Rồi nếu mà vi phạm của cái điều mà tù treo,
this occurs usually during your preliminary hearing.
thì cái chuyện đó xảy ra đó là trong cái quan tòa, là cái phiên tòa sơ thẩm tới.
The purpose of a preliminary hearing
Thì cái mục đích của cái tòa sơ thẩm
is to determine if there is enough evidence
thì để ra đó có coi là xem đó là cái bữa đó coi là có đủ bằng chứng
or probable cause
và bằng chứng và có cái đó xảy ra không,
to justify keeping you detained
rồi để mà tiếp tục là lưu giữ trong tòa
until such time as your case goes to trial.
Cho tới khi mà đi ra tòa xử cái sự vụ đó.
For those of you charged with misdemeanors only,
Còn nếu mà những người nào bị tòa phạt vì cái tiểu hình,
you will have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
thì mình có thể là không có cần đi ra cái tòa sơ thẩm.
Waiving your preliminary hearing
Thì nếu mình từ chối cái tòa sơ thẩm đó,
will not affect your right to post bond,
không có ảnh hưởng gì đến vấn đề với cái khả năng để mà mình đóng bond,
your right to have an attorney represent you,
rồi không có ảnh hưởng gì vấn đề mà phải có được luật sư bào chữa cho mình,
or your right to a jury trial.
rồi mình không ảnh hưởng đến vấn đề là mình xin ra tòa bằng bồi thẩm đoàn.
If you post bond,
Nếu mà đóng cái tiền bond,
your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
Thì nếu đóng cái tiền bond đó, thì là cái tòa sơ thẩm là không cần thiết.
And you will be mailed a notice
Rồi sẽ được gửi một cái thơ
when to appear in state court for your arraignment.
thông báo là cái ngày để mà đi ra tòa tiếp tục.
If you cannot make bond,
Nếu mà mình không có đóng bond được,
you may waive your preliminary hearing
là mình có thể đồng ý là mình có thể là không có cần đi ra cái tòa sơ thẩm,
and be taken before a state court judge
nhưng rồi đi thẳng đi ra tòa của tiểu bang state court.
at which time if you plead guilty,
Ngay cái tòa đó nếu mà mình nhận tội
you will be sentenced.
thì mình sẽ tòa sẽ quyết định cái hình phạt.
If you plead not guilty at trial,
Thì ngay cái tòa đó, mặc dù là nếu mà mình chống án, mình nói không nhận tội,
a trial will be scheduled.
thì là sẽ có cái cuộc để mà phân xử sau.
If you have a misdemeanor preliminary hearing,
Nếu mà đi ra tòa, nếu mình đồng ý là đi ra tòa sơ thẩm,
your next hearing date will be scheduled for
thì cái tòa kế tiếp là ngày
November the 22nd, 2022
ngày
at
22
8:30 a.m.
ngày 22 tháng 11 năm 2020.
Okay, and the hearing will be via Zoom.
Thì cái tòa đó là bằng Zoom.
For those of you charged with felony offenses,
Còn những cái tội phạm mà đại hình
you will not have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
là bắt buộc là phải đi qua tòa sơ thẩm.
Your preliminary hearing will be scheduled for November the 21st, 2022
Ngày cái lần tới là ngày 23 tháng 11
at
năm
8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
8:30 bằng Zoom.
That will conclude my opening remarks.
Đó là cái phần của tuyên bố của tòa đã xong rồi.
At this time, I will take the first defendant. We normally start with the females first.
Bây giờ là tôi sẽ bắt đầu bên nữ trước.
Thank you. So, sir, you'll only need to interpret for the inmates who need an interpreter. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, please state your full name for the record.
Tên của em là gì? Tên và họ.
Dạ con tên là Hứa Thu Loan.
My name is Hứa Thu Loan.
Can you spell that?
First name Loan, middle name Thu, and last name Hua.
It's position 24 on the calendar.
Yeah, but I only have 3, so I'm trying to pull.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 minute.
This is Mary. Is it 2 women and a man and a male?
Yeah, I have, okay.
Okay.
2.
Yes, I see it now. Okay. HUA. So I have the first one as, is this LOAN and last name HUA?
HUA. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is this, okay, that's, okay. So it looks like you've been charged with one offense of battery.
Tòa công tố em vì cái tội đánh lộn.
Your bond amount is $4,000.
Thì cái tiền mà bond ra ngoài đó là 4.000 đồng.
Do you understand the charge as well as the bond amount?
Em hiểu không? Em hiểu những cái điều khoản đó không? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you make bond?
Em đóng tiền bond được không? Để mà đi ra ngoài trong thời gian chờ để đi ra tòa.
Được.
Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond,
Nếu mà em đóng tiền bond được,
there will be special conditions included on your bond order.
thì trong đó có một cái điều khoản mà em phải tuân thủ cái bond của em nha.
Bail bond này.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the first condition is you to have no contact with the alleged victim.
Thì khi mà đi ra ngoài tại ngoài hầu tra đó là em không có được quyền liên lạc với cái bà công tố em ngày hôm qua.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, by the name of Angela Lewis McGruer.
Thì cái người đó tên là Angela Lewis McGruer, là cái người mà hôm qua đó. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you cannot violate any other laws while out on bond.
Rồi lúc mà ra ở ngoài tại ngoài hầu tra là đừng có phạm pháp những cái gì nha.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing.
Thì cái tòa kế tiếp của em sơ thẩm đó là ngày
For November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
Là ngày 22 tháng 11, 8 giờ 30 sáng nha.
Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Là em có muốn nhận cái tòa đi ra tòa đó không, hay là em muốn bỏ cái tòa đó để mà
Con nghĩ xong rồi thôi đi chú ơi, tại vì con cũng có muốn nữa.
không cái tòa I wanted to finish the whole thing, so I don't want to drag it out so long.
Okay, well, I'll leave it on the calendar, so her next hearing date will be November the 22nd.
Ok, thì tại em không hiểu nhưng mà luật sư sẽ nói chuyện với em, nhưng mà giờ tôi cũng để cho em vào cái ngày đó nha, ngày 22 tháng 11 lúc 8:30 sáng nha. Rồi khi em ra em nói chuyện với luật sư sẽ tính sau nha. Yes, ma'am.
And please let her know that she will qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
Thành thử là em có cần đi, em có luật sư riêng của em không, hay là em muốn xin luật sư công?
Dạ, con có luật sư của con.
I have my attorney, Your Honor.
You have your own attorney?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that will conclude your hearing for this
Rồi,
morning.
ok, xong rồi ha, bây giờ em vô ngồi chờ đi rồi tới người thứ hai.
Can we get the next inmate that needs an interpreter?
I believe if we're going in order, that would be the male.
Okay. Okay, state your full name for the record.
Em nói tên và họ của em là gì? Nói cho tòa biết.
Hả?
Yeah.
Nhượng Xuân Lê.
My name is Nhượng Xuân Lê. NHUONG. Middle name Xuân, XUAN, and last name Lee, LE.
Mr. Lee?
Ông Lee.
You've been charged with one count of battery and your bond amount is $4,000.
Ông bị công tố về cái tội đánh lộn và cái tiền bond đi ra tại ngoại hầu tra là 4.000 đồng.
You understand the charge as well as the bond amount.
Con hiểu không?
Dạ hiểu.
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Con có khả năng đóng tiền bond không để đi ra ngoài?
Dạ có.
Yes.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order.
Thì khi mà đi ra ngoài đóng bond xong đó là có những cái điều kiện này con phải tuân thủ luật của tòa nha.
Dạ.
Yes.
The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim, Angela Lewis McGruer.
Là khi mà đi ra ngoài đó là không có được liên lạc hoặc liên lạc với là cái người mà công tố của em hôm qua là Miss McGruer.
Dạ.
Yes.
Secondly, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond.
Rồi cái lúc mà ra ngoài chờ để ra tòa thì là không có được làm phạm pháp những bất cứ cái điều gì cả.
Dạ.
Yes.
Thirdly, your preliminary hearing is scheduled for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
Rồi cái lệnh tòa kế tiếp là ngày 22 tháng 11, 8:30 sáng nha.
Dạ.
Yes.
You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Would you like to
Thì
waive?
cái tòa sơ thẩm đó là nếu mà không muốn cũng được, mà em có muốn giữ cái đó hay là sao? Em muốn bỏ cái tòa đó đi thẳng tới cái tòa khác hay là sao?
Thì cái đó con phải hỏi luật sư con nữa.
Yeah, I will ask my attorney, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll leave it on the calendar for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
Thì nếu vậy thì tôi cũng cứ để cái ngày kế tiếp của em là ngày 22 tháng 11 nha. Lúc 8:30 sáng, rồi lúc ra em nói chuyện với luật sư chị sẽ giúp đỡ em.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Lastly, I noticed he did not complete the court-appointed form. Does he have his own attorney?
Em có luật sư của em chưa?
Dạ có rồi.
Yes, I do.
Okay, sir, that will conclude your hearing for this morning.
Thôi nhường vô ngồi chờ đi nha, rồi chút xíu nữa bond ra rồi đi về.
Dạ.
Okay, the next inmate that will need an interpreter.
Con nói tiếng Anh được không?
Dạ được.
She can speak English, Your Honor.
Okay, you say you don't need an interpreter?
I don't.
Okay, state your full name for the record.
Tui Bit Lee.
Okay, and that's last name is spelled L-E?
Yes, ma'am.
You've been charged with one count of battery. Your bond amount is $4,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? Yes?
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Angela Lewis McGruer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And secondly, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Okay, so we will keep it on the calendar. And then do you also have your own attorney? You did complete the court-appointed form.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, so you don't need a court-appointed attorney?
No, I have my own.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, that will conclude your first appearance of hearing for this morning.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. So, sir, I think that's it that we would need a interpreter for. Is that correct,
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Mayor? Okay, you can log off, sir. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thanks, Farm.
So according to the notes from the deputy, they would like for me to take inmate McGee next.
Yes, Your Honor, if we could, please.
If you could bring him forward.
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna bring him right now.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, this is M.A. McGee.
Thank you. State your full name for the record for me, sir. Your full name. You can't talk? Okay. You can still, can you spell your name for me? You say you can't talk? Okay. So are you Mr. McGee? Dwayne? Okay, give me your, I'm sure full name is Dwayne Alvin McGee Jr. You can say yes. You can verbally say yes. Okay. Sir, you've been charged with 1 count of terroristic threats. Your bond amount is $8,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond? Okay. If you can make bond, there will be a special condition included on your bond order, which means you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Matthew Morgan. Do you understand that? Is the alleged victim in the case?
What case? What did I do?
It's, apparently it says that you threatened Matthew Morgan in a threatening manner on multiple times at Southern Regional Hospital. Okay, well, we can't hear you. That's just the allegation, okay?
Ma'am.
So you don't, we're not, sir, we're not here to try your case today. The next thing I want to tell you is that your preliminary hearing.
No, I'm blessed.
Okay.
Whatever you need, I'm okay. Cool. I'm blessed to be
Okay.
alive. Straight
Okay,
up.
sir, let me give you your next hearing date. So your next hearing date is gonna be November the 21st, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that that's your next hearing date?
Get out. Gotta be here November 22.
Okay, no, yeah, so that's your preliminary hearing date, November the 21st. You understand that? Okay. And then it looks like you would not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so you'll have to hire your own attorney. You understand that? Okay, that will conclude your hearing for this morning, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, the next inmate.
Are we going based on priority or are we going to the female
We're
side?
gonna do the females first, so we're going back to what we would normally do. So we're gonna do the females first in alphabetical order. Okay, state your full name for the record for me.
Arnold.
Arnold, Miss Arnold. Miss Arnold, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is battery, family violence. Your bond amount is $4,000. The second offense is criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount? Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Rashid Whitehead. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because she's the alleged victim in the case, you're to have no contact. Also, because the alleged incident occurred at 330 Arrowhead Boulevard, number 35G, Jonesboro, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your primary residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well then I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. Do you understand that? Ms. Honor, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
No, keep it on the calendar.
Okay. And did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did you complete an application for court-appointed counsel?
Yes.
Okay, I've located it. Based on your application, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any question?
No, ma'am. Oh, I do have one question.
Okay.
The phones are down here, so will I be able to call someone to let them know that I have a bond?
Well, that's something you would have to speak to the jail about. My only purpose here today is to set bond. Okay? Thank you. State your full name for me.
Chelsea Renee Garrison.
Okay, Ms. Garrison, you've been charged with 2 offenses, 2 separate counts of criminal damage in the first degree. Your bond amount for each charge is $2,500, which is specifically $2,500 for each charge. Therefore, your total bond amount is $5,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. Specifically, you're to have no contact with an individual by the name of Derek Holland, Ayers, and Linda Holland, because they're the alleged victim in the case. Do you understand that? You understand that, Ms. Garrison?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, because the alleged incident occurred at 2412 Crestwick Crossing Court, Jonesboro, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And then you also cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have your preliminary hearing scheduled for November the 21st, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
And then it does appear that you completed an application for court-appointed counsel. Based on your application, you would qualify, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for the record for me.
I'm Jonquil Lucas.
Ms. Lewis. Good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, I'm okay, how are you?
Good. Ms. Lewis, you've been charged with 1 offense of manufacturing, selling, or intent to distribute a false ID. Your bond amount is $3,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Okay, can you make bond?
I only have $224 in my bank account.
Okay, no problem. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. So that'll be your next court date. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And it appears that, let's see, did you complete an application for court-appointed counsel?
I did.
Okay. So based upon your application, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions? Ms. Lewis, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, state your full name for me.
Stella Delise Minchow.
Okay, you've been charged with 1 offense of theft by taking. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is because the alleged incident occurred at 6623 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia, you're not to return to that location. You understand that? You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Also, you're not to violate any laws while out on bond.
Okay.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing? I'm talking to you. Would you like to waive it?
No.
Okay. And then lastly, based on your application, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm sorry, what was the bond amount?
2,000.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, please state your full name.
Trabia Terrell Perry.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Trabia Terrell Perry.
Okay. Spell your first name for me.
Traebbbya.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was correct. Ms. Perry, you've been charged with 1 count of terroristic threats. Your bond amount is $8,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? You understand the charge? Ms. Perry?
No.
You don't understand the charge?
I understand the charge, it just didn't, it's just not, not
I
appropriate.
understand. Can you make bond?
I'm not certain of that. I don't have a support system in Georgia.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can look into it. So why did you ask that?
The only reason I asked that is to determine whether or not, well, your preliminary, it's just a question we asked to determine whether or not you're going to waive your preliminary hearing or not. But because you've been charged with a felony, your preliminary hearing is going to be scheduled for November the 21st, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. So that will be your next opportunity to appear before a judge and see if there's sufficient cause to determine whether or not they can continue to detain you. You understand that? So that'll be the purpose of your next hearing, to determine if there's sufficient evidence to continue to detain you. You understand that?
Yes, I hear that.
Okay, so that's November the 21st. Okay, and then it does appear that you are, you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So therefore, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any other questions?
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, please state your full name for me.
Deborah S. Robinson.
Okay, Ms. Robinson, you've been charged with 1 count of battery physical contact. Your bond amount is $4,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
So yours is a misdemeanor, so you do have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Would you like to waive the preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
I want to keep it on the calendar.
Okay, no problem. If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Yvette Dixon. Do you understand that?
I don't even know that person.
Okay, well, that's the alleged victim.
Okay.
And then secondly, you're not to, because the alleged incident occurred at 4056 Church Street.
But that is my home.
Okay, let me finish.
Okay.
You're not to return to 4056 Church Street, Conley, Georgia 30288. Now, you telling me that's your primary residence?
That is my home. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now does the Yvette Dixon, does she live there with you?
No, she came to my residence.
Okay, she came to your residence? Okay.
Correct.
And so do you rent there? Is that something?
No, that home is owned.
Okay, you own that? Okay.
Yes,
So,
correct.
and you understand that you're under oath?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so since you told me that you live there and that's your primary residence, and you've also testified that the victim does not live there, then I will not prohibit you from returning to that location. Okay.
Correct.
I have information to show them that this is my home, so I don't even understand that part, but okay.
Well, it's only because it's the alleged incident. And normally when you're dealing with battery, then we prohibit you from returning to that location. But since that's your home and you say that she doesn't live there, the alleged victim, then I'm not going to prohibit you from returning to your primary residence. Okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, and then I have your preliminary hearing scheduled for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive the preliminary hearing?
No,
Okay,
no.
no problem. And lastly, you completed
Excuse me, you said November the 21st. I just want to keep it in my head. The court date.
It's
Okay.
the 22nd, because yours is a misdemeanor. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, lastly, Ms. Robinson, I still need to let you know whether or not you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So it appears that you do. So I'll go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Roberts.
Roberts. You've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is improper lane change. Your bond amount is $500. The second charge is license driving with a suspended or revoked license. Your bond amount is $1,500. And then possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your bond amount is $1,500. So therefore, your total bond amount is $3,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
No, ma'am, because I was already detained when they told me that my charges was just failure to maintain lane and driving without suspended registration. They searched my car after I was detained, and I feel like that wasn't a charge. And they went in my personal bag with my purse in it, and I don't think that should have been counted.
Okay, well, just remember, we're not here to try your case today. My only purpose is to tell you what your bond amount is and give you your preliminary hearing date. Now, you can speak with your attorney about any claims or defenses you have to the charges, okay?
Okay, well,
so it looks like you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I'll go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
That's all the females, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, deputies.
Have a good one.
You too. Okay, the first male we have, state your full name for the record for me.
Oh, Alexander.
And his last name is Aldrich.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $2,000. The second offense is driving on a suspended or revoked license. Your bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond amount is $3,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond? You say yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact. You're not to return to the premises located at 8767 Eden Way, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238, because that's where the alleged incident occurred with respect to your criminal trespass charge. You understand that, sir?
But that's me and my wife at night, home.
I understand that. But because the alleged incident occurred there, if that's your primary resident, because it appears you damaged some cameras at that location.
Yeah, my camera.
Okay, well, again, because the alleged incident occurred there, and it is I am prohibiting you from returning to that location. And then but I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property. You understand that, sir?
Okay.
Also, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I was scheduled your preliminary hearing for November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
No.
Okay. And then you did complete a court-appointed application. You would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, man.
Good morning, sir. State your full name for me. Okay, Mr. Anderson, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is terroristic threats. The bond amount is $6,000. The second offense is simple assault. The bond amount is $3,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $9,000. Do you understand the charges? What was your bond amount? You understand the charges, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
I don't know right now.
No problem. If you can make bond, there will be a special condition included on your bond order that you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Timothy Abbott. You understand that?
I've been living there longer than he has.
Okay.
I've been living there 7 years, and that's my wife over there. All of them told.
Okay, sir. Where again, I'm only prohibiting you from, since Timothy Abbott is the alleged victim, I'm only prohibiting you from contact. Let me finish. I'm only prohibiting him from contacting you because he's the alleged victim. There's no other alleged victim according to the warrant. So again, the threat was made to the victim, Timothy Abbott. So you're prohibited from contacting him while out on bond. You understand that, sir?
Yeah, but the threat was made.
Okay. And then you also cannot violate any other laws while out on bond. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've scheduled your, I gave you your preliminary hearing date. It's gonna be November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to waive it or keep it on the court's calendar?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And then you did complete an application for court-appointed counsel. You would qualify for an attorney, court-appointed attorney, so I'll approve your application, sir.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Member. Member.
Okay, state your full name for me. So you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first charge is battery. Your bond amount is $4,000. And then the second charge is aggravated assault. Your bond amount is $16,000. Therefore, your total bond amount is $20,000. Do you understand the bond amount as well as the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you make bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if you can, there will be special conditions included on the bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Jonathan Schaefer. Do you recognize that name, sir?
I do.
Okay, secondly, you're not, because the alleged incident occurred at 10645 Redbud Lane, Jonesboro, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence, sir?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. And Mr. Schaefer doesn't live there. It's not his residence. It's me and my girl's residence.
Okay, well, it appears here, but because the alleged incident, let me see. So where does the alleged victim live, sir?
I really don't know. It's actually my girlfriend's daughter's boyfriend.
Okay. Okay.
I honestly don't know, you know.
Okay. But he doesn't live at the 10645 Redbud Lane.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you understand you're under oath, sir? You understand you're under oath? I didn't hear your response.
His girlfriend sneaks
No,
him
no, no.
in.
Listen to my response. Do you understand you're under oath? That's a yes or a no.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so you're under oath. You're telling me that Mr. Schaefer does not live at this 10645 Redbud Lane, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
No,
Well, I will remove that from the bond order. However, there's still a no contact against Mr. Schaefer because he's the alleged victim. You understand that, sir?
I understand that. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then you also cannot violate, sir, I'm not finished.
Oh,
I'm not finished.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Please pay attention. You also cannot violate any laws while out on bond. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and then I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for November the 21st, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And then it appears you complete the application for court-appointed counsel, but you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so you will have to hire your own attorney. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Look like we lost the jail.
Yeah, let me call, find out what's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. Classroom.